Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So I just got back from a 7-day cruise to Alaska. Wowza. Yeah, and part of it was really cool because it's been on one of my bucket lists to see glaciers in Alaska, and that was really awesome. And another part was being on a cruise, which is something I also said I pretty much never would do. Ugh, yikes. And the thing is being an energetically aware person, being a highly sensitive person, it can be harder for us to be doing things that quote unquote regular type people do when there's a large amount of people and lots of energies that are up. Wowza. Yeah. So everywhere when you get around lots of people, there's lots of energies. It's just harder for you to be yourself and harder for you to even feel okay around all that. Do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Ooh, there's a lot of no there. Freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and whoosh, out, 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 out. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Yeah, and so the thing is you as an energetically aware person, even with magical capacities, you can do anything you would like. You don't have to do things that are, quote, higher vibration or have experiences that like, ooh, that's too lowbrow for me. No, you can have whatever experience you would like. Ooh, do you feel the release on that? Yeah, it's not like you have to always be doing these super high vibration things or things that are always looking to create more spiritual growth, more energetic growth, more empowerment growth. Ooh, but the trick is you can use any experience to become more of the person you would like to be. Even experiences that seem like there's really nothing spiritual about them. So everything that brought up, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Ah, yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Yep, so there are a couple things that you can do. So one, the cruise ship I was on, there were 5,000 people. Wow, yeah, so basically a mini city all at sea. And the thing is there were times where I would go, oh, there are a lot of people here. I don't really want to be around so many people. But what we want to do is anytime that you have that kind of experience, you want to be conscious about the language you use. So if you said something like, "Oh, there are too many people here. I can't handle it." Ugh. And we've all had that feeling. We've all probably said that ourselves. But the trick around that is if you say that you can't handle it, you're basically telling yourself that you can't handle it. Ugh. Yikes. Um, and it's really hard to handle something if you're telling yourself constantly that you can't handle it. So instead, you want to shift it to, oh, there are a lot of people here. I would like to do something else, or I would like to shift it. Ooh, do you feel the release on that? Yeah. And there were a couple times where it was just like, okay, there are too many people in this dining cafeteria, and when I get my food, I want to go somewhere else. Now, the part is, it's also really easy to judge yourself and think like, ooh, I can't handle this. Blah, blah. That's not true. What it really is you just prefer to be somewhere else. Prefer to be somewhere where there's a calmer energy. Oh, do you feel that? Just by removing that judgment that there's anything wrong with you being somewhere else, then it makes it so much easier. And then the part is you can actually really enjoy it. There were a couple times where I really enjoyed being alone on a cold and windy deck because there weren't any people around eating my food. It was just like, oh, this is really nice. But I could have also gone something and judged myself about like, ooh, you can't handle being in the dining room. No, it's not it. It's not that I couldn't handle it. It's just I prefer to be somewhere else. So everywhere that you judge yourself for not being able to quote unquote handle something, when it really was you just preferred to do something else, do you choose to release and let all that go? Ah, yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Yeah, and then most of my experience was like that. I sure would have liked there would be fewer people on the ship, but I didn't look at it like a judgment. It was more like, oh, it would be nice if there were fewer people here. And I tried to find places where there weren't quite as many people, and I was able to do that. And then seeing glaciers, wow, that was an amazing experience, which pretty much can be done from a cruise ship because those glaciers are so far away from the bigger cities in Alaska, and even those are fairly small cities. So it's really hard to get there unless you're out there looking at the glaciers. And let's see, I'll post. I'll see. I'll put some post some photos. Links to photos below because one of the glaciers we saw was a mile across and 300 feet tall. Woo! Yeah. And just being able to see that was really amazing. Awesome. Okay, so thanks everyone for joining me today. I'm Max Riggs, Energetic Awareness Explorer, and your energetic guide, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.